Hello, hello, and welcome to another live. I am one day late from my usual Tuesday live, but been a bit under the weather, so I'm feeling a little bit better. So I thought, what better way than to come back and do a little bit of a live? And to this, with that, we're going to look at how we put a mask on and how we need to see past that mask in order to really embrace our authenticity. Because I think most of us know the temptation of putting on a mask, right? Because actually we live in a world that often encourages us to put on a mask and hide our true selves. Our authentic self is usually not welcomed, because from very early on, there's a certain box that we're often wanted to be put into. And if we have different or difficult feelings, etc., we might even be encouraged to not express those. And again, another mask comes on. So the temptation to hide parts of ourselves can feel instinctual. Of course, it is not. Our true selves or our essence can often be hidden behind one mask after the other, often because, of course, we want to fit in, have a connection with the group, but also a lot of the time it's about staying safe and protected. So we project an image of having it all together, even if we sometimes might be crumbling inside, might be feeling miserable inside, might be struggling with grief, anxiety, rage. Thing is that real joy actually comes from when we stop filtering everything through what will they think? Will I be accepted if I show this part? Will love still be around if I express this? What I've learned over many, many years, or with either the work I've done for myself, but also with clients over the years, is that when we embrace our struggles, that's actually the path of true belonging. And I can say without a shadow of doubt, that has very much been my personal experience. However, many of us feel compelled from, excuse me, from a very early age to hide behind a facade of perfectionism. You know, and like I said earlier, that's actually a habit rooted in the need to stay safe. You know, as young girls, some of us learned that it was safer to conceal our true feelings and perhaps even contort ourselves in order to please others. Many of us still do that, right? That good girl conditioning can have such a strong hold on us that we, even if perhaps cognitively we know this is not what I want to be doing, it can still feel safer to do so. It's what we know. And perhaps for some of us, we might even believe that rejection will be awaiting us if we show our authentic selves. And also good girls have a tendency to find ways to be whomever the other wants us to be. So we are outward focused, almost like the radars, or not, we have these antennas to sense what others need. And then we fill those needs, right? So whatever others want us to be. And of course, that's always at the expense of our own authenticity. And wearing that mask really comes with a great cost. It can be physically, emotionally exhausting to constantly perform rather than rest in just your natural state. Not having to think about who you need to be in the moment, because it just comes natural in the moment. And let's not forget that by hiding how you are, how you're really doing, you're also closing yourself off from the beauty that is the human connection, allowing yourself to be seen. And then in a way through that, giving others permission to allow you to see them. There's a way to talk about intimacy as in into me see. You have to open that door. But when we deny our struggles, when we deny our pain, we're also denying our humanity. And in the process, we end up depleted, disconnected from ourselves, but also disconnected from others. And our relationships then lack this intimacy. Yet the most transformative relationships are built on strong mutual vulnerability and also the ability to tell the truth, warts and all. And one of my favorite quotes from Carl Jung is, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. And I think that's just, excuse me, that's been the work of a lifetime for me. And I think it will always be my work. Growth, authenticity, they're high values of mine. And so I keep digging. So in order to become who you truly are, removing the mask, first you have to bravely remove that mask, right? And that can feel risky, especially if you've been in hiding a long time. But the freedom of removing it can be just breathtaking. And you deserve, I deserve, we deserve to live openly and beautifully as our whole imperfect selves, without contorting to gain love or approval. I assure you, the right people will celebrate that part of you, that beautiful, flawed, vulnerable, amazing part of you. That is my experience. And you also develop true compassion for yourself and then also for others. So, take heart. You can start slowly by begin to revealing yourself. Show an insecurity, express a need that perhaps you haven't had courage to do so before. Name a feeling you've been suppressing. Ask for help. Express that feeling. Drop the facade, because you are worthy of belonging exactly as you are. And beneath our mask, actually, we're all so similar. Just fellow travelers seeking meaning, connection, acceptance, belonging, love. But we create the story in ourselves that we are the only ones carrying the pain or having the struggle we're having. But actually, we're all in the same boat, really. And this has been, every time I facilitate the path of love, I just got back 2 days ago, I see it again and again. We're not so different. When we reveal our tender struggles, we actually forge really deep bonds. And we also inspire others to take off their mask when we live authentically, when we live in courage and not allowing ourselves to be stopped, even when fear is there, even when like this feeling that I'm not safe if I show myself. And that's actually how we can transform our culture to value realness over performance, over appearances. So part of removing our mask is honoring our inherent worth beyond achievement, beyond productivity, which is such a big thing in the world we're living in. We've got to achieve, we've got to grow, we've got to produce at all costs. Very often then vulnerability does not have space. So you are enough, even on days when you don't feel like you're accomplishing anything. So I want to encourage you to look in the mirror and tell yourself, I accept you, all of you. And do that with compassion. Really feel it in your body. Really look deeply into your eyes. See past the mask into your own soul. Because you are beautiful no matter what. And finally, the more we live openly, the less we suffer. The less we suffer, the more we can be present for all the loveliness of this world. And there's so much of that, especially in connection with others, especially in reaching out to others and finding the another set of hands meet yours. So that's it for this week. I wish you a beautiful rest of the week from my heart to yours. Go out and allow yourself to be seen, to be heard, to be felt, to be acknowledged. Bye for now.